My name's Rebecca. Thank you for joining me for today's Tai Chi Timeout. We're going to move through clouds today, so to speak. And we're going to start with some subtle movement with our shoulders. So I want you to think about lifting your shoulders up and pulling them forward and back. And make this movement as small as possible. So if you think about your arm that kind of tucks into the socket around your shoulder, it's like it's just gently massaging that space. You can even imagine that your elbows are doing the movement. They're kind of guiding. A lot of times we might get into really big shoulder rolls, and I want you to pause that, hesitate, and move into more of the subtle. And now take that shoulder roll back. Again, just as small as you can make it. Tuning into what you experience and noticing the energy around you and inside of you. The energy around that capsule in your shoulder joint. Waking things up. And now allow your shoulders to move a little more as you bring in and start to gather chi. Inhaling, notice the ground beneath you full of energy. Grounding yourself down as you inhale, and as you exhale, sinking to lower dantian. That vault of energy. Connected to right below our navel, that space where we sourced energy from our beginnings. Breathing in and breathing out. You can link your breath to your movement or just breathe naturally. And now make an energy ball of sorts right around that lower dantian space, and then separate to earth and to sky, and bring it back together and roll the ball. And try again, separate to earth and to sky. It doesn't have to be very high up, but think about stretching through your spine, lengthening. So where the hand is connected to the byway is kind of pulling the byway, pulling through that space. That space of the crown. In yoga, we know it as the crown chakra, and in Tai Chi and Qigong, we understand it as the byway. The top of our heads. Turning the ball, and then sending length through your energy and your space. Breathing in and breathing out with ease. I like to think of myself almost as like an accordion, lengthening, stretching out, making music on the way in and on the way out. And now relax your arms by your side, moving into an arm swing. Just letting your arms move easy side to side. Your weight can shift from one side to the other. You can even hinge over at your hip. So you're bending through your hip. I've heard this called monkey bear. There's typically an animal associated with most of the Tai Chi form. some of the Qigong. And now bring your hands forward and let your fingers drip. And lift your heels and lift your toes. Heels and toes. Feel the energy in the ends of your fingertips. In your pinky toe even. Sourcing throughout your whole body. Creating space and allowing for what is in each present moment. And now relax, shake, and wiggle. I mentioned moving through clouds. Today we're going to start in a Qigong, waving hands through the clouds. And as you move through your waist, it's as if you're waving your hands in the clouds. Our feet are hip distance apart. And there's one hand kind of protecting or connected to lower dantian. And then the other hand is moving around middle dantian. And as you begin to cultivate a sense of flow in your energy, move as if you're moving through water with a gentle resistance. Posture is upright. And it often feels like I'm dancing with the clouds. You can focus on the center of your palm, that Lao Gong point. If you feel like your energy is kind of darting all around and you want to gather it or centralize it, channeling your focus to the Lao Gong point might help. Just kind of below that third finger, the bottom knuckle of that third finger, in between the second and third. Try that one more time to each side. And relaxing your hands, shaking out through the legs. And we're going to move with the clouds now. So we're going to wave hands in the clouds and kind of travel with it. So we'll start kind of shifting your weight over to the right as we start moving to the left. A shift of weight and a step as you move through the clouds, and then a smaller step to come together and move through the clouds again. Let's try it. Step, move through the clouds, step, move through the clouds again. Try that one more time. Stepping over, moving through the clouds, smaller step, feet come together. And now move through the clouds again. And we're going to travel back the other way. So shifting your weight over, take a bigger step, move through the clouds. A smaller step, move through the clouds again. It's a big step and a small step. And again, a big step or bigger step. Nothing has to be really big. And small. And once more, a big step and small step. And now continue moving through the clouds once more, and we're going to go back and forth, taking a big step 3 times, stepping over, small step, shift weight. And again. And now continue through the clouds and begin again moving in the opposite direction. Step first, then wave in the clouds. Again, you may find that your focus is pretty connected and you want to shift your gaze beyond your Laogong point or to the space around you. Just kind of sense where you are and respond with that. Waving through the clouds once more before we step again to shift. And a final step. And another cloud. And relax that. Shake that out. And a piece of the Qigong Tai Chi, there's 18 of these, is parting the clouds. So we're going to try that now. Starting down near lower dantian, moving through, and at middle dantian, open and parting the clouds. This is one of my favorites. Letting your body sink, opening as if you're kind of connected or you're seeing for the first time. And this shows up in many forms of Qigong, specifically ones associated with fire and the fire element that is actually related to summertime. And it certainly feels like summertime where I am. Inhaling as you part the clouds, exhaling. Sensing the energy again inside the center of your palm. Letting it resonate, lower dantian, move in, and even visually take a look at it. You may even sense tingling in your hands or your arms. Moving from that gross to subtle. We're used to really big movements all day that move us up and down stairs and take us to and from places. And this is really calling us to connect to the subtle, the smaller, more intrinsic movement of chi and blood. Try one more time, parting the clouds. And we're going to move through the clouds once more. This time I'm not going to say anything. Starting to move to your left as you shift over to the right. And now just step through and move as you wave in the clouds. Try going again once more to the left and once more to the right, moving 3 times, 3 big steps, 3 little steps. And taking it back now as you move to the right. Dancing with the clouds. And bringing your hands about heart height, head distance. Feet are underneath your hips. We're going to end with opening and closing. That sensation of energy in the center of your palm, the Lao Gong points. Imagine you're pulling taffy apart. You can sense the current of energy from one hand to the other. You may not be able to see it. But again, tapping into that subtle energy that's all around you and within you. Let it move through you like a wave. Breathing in and breathing out. Try that one more time. Noticing the shape, the space, and then letting your arms relax by your side. Pulse here with your hands around lower dantian and take 3 deep breaths. Visualizing energy moving in as you inhale, pulling towards yourself, and as you exhale, letting go, sensing that energy radiate throughout your body and around you. You may want to close your eyes or soften. And as you relax your hands, bring in your right hand to a fist and your left hand to kind of a lay on top of that strength and discipline with friendship and humility. Thank you.